attend.
Please start.
Good morning to all of you, and I welcome all the shareholders of the company to the 40th annual general meeting, which is being held through video conferencing. To begin with, as this being a virtual AGM, I would like to inform you about certain important points for smooth functioning of this meeting. All the shareholders of the company who have joined the meeting are by default placed on mute mode by the host to avoid any disturbance arising from the background noise. During the question and answer session, the name of the speaker shareholder will be called, and thereafter the respective speaker shareholder will be unmuted by the host. Speaker shareholders are requested to ensure that their video and audio is enabled and working properly. If the shareholder is not able to speak through video mode, then the shareholder can speak through audio mode. Shareholders are requested to use earphone or headphones so that they are clearly audible. Shareholders are requested to join the meeting through laptop and use internet with a good speed for convenience and better experience. We also request you to use stable Wi-Fi or LAN connection in order to avoid any kind of disturbance. Your company's annual general meeting is scheduled through video conferencing in compliance with the circular issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Your company has taken required steps to enable shareholders to participate in this meeting and vote on the resolution as set out in the notice of the 40th annual general meeting. The requisite quorum for this meeting is present, and with your permission, I shall commence the proceedings. Following directors are present in this AGM: Mr. Hari Lal Modi, Mr. Rajkumar Mohan Lal Modi, Mr. Kumar Jain Modi, Mr. Vijay Modi, Mrs. Rita Bhatia, Mr. Ashok Jatia. Your company's statutory auditor, internal auditor, and secretarial auditors have also joined the meeting through video conferencing. The notice convening the annual general meeting and the annual report have already been circulated to the shareholders of the company on 27th of June 2023, and with your permission, I take the notice dated 25th May 2023 conveying the 40th annual AGM as auditor's report does not have any qualification on the financial transactions of the company. Hence, with your permission, I take the same as read. Company has received corporate representation under Section 113 of the Company Act 2013 from Modison's Copper Private Limited, representing 1.26% of the paid-up equity capital of the company, holding 4,09,491 equity shares of the company. Since the annual general meeting is held through video conferencing and without the physical attendance of the shareholders of the company, the requirement of appointment of proxy is not applicable. The registers maintained under the Company Act 2013 are open for inspection electronically. Shareholders may send a request to Monica Arora, Company Secretary, for inspection of any document mentioned in annual report or AGM notice. Let me begin with my speech. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I am pleased to welcome all of you to the 40th annual general meeting of the company. The Directors' report and audited accounts for the year ended 31st March 2023 have already been circulated to you. With your permission, I shall take them as read. Point number 1. In financial year 23, the global economic outlook improved, with inflation pressure easing and energy prices returning to pre-Ukrainian levels. Over the last 3 years, the world economy has been hit by a series of shocks, including the COVID-19 outbreak and the Russia-Ukraine conflict, resulting in significant increase in the government debt. The outcome of this geopolitical confrontation will determine the outlook for the next 2 years. According to the research sources, growth would dip from 3.4% in 2022 to 2.8% in 2023, before establishing at a level of around 3.0% in 2024. The country's real GDP growth in the fiscal year 22-23 is estimated at 7% in comparison to 9.1% in the prior period. The efforts of the Union Budget for 2023-24 to improve taxpayers' disposable income and the Union Budget's strong capital expenditure push with an increased outlay of 37.4% in comparison to the fiscal year 22-23 are expected to drive growth, investment, and job creation. And the RBI projects inflation at 6.5% for 22-23 and 5.3% for 23-24. We are happy to report that your company maintained its growth in high voltage and continued momentum in terms of volume for the low voltage segment in financial year 22-23. Despite the impact of the Russia-Ukraine war, increasing inventory costs, unfavorable silver price movement, and geopolitical challenges, your company continued its performance. The company optimized its operational processes and recorded increased market presence. Adverse silver price input cost changes had a short-term impact on profitability. We remain optimistic in your company's growth and prospects for the coming years. Our performance in the year remaining strong thanks to increased orders, volume growth, and improvement in key operational indicators. We participated in largest electrical exhibition, Elecrama, organized by EMA. We showcased our comprehensive product range from low voltage to high voltage applications. Superior manufacturing capabilities will allow us to take your company to new heights in the long run. Your company maintains a strong market presence and has improved performance across all operational measures. We have a good demand pipeline and a strong financial sheet, which gives us confidence in higher earning growth. It has been the company's goal to continually invest in the capacity and the competence. Since most of the company's HV rival are from Europe, it is critical that your company maintains compliance with worldwide production standards, which is also done with reasonable confidence and success. In line with the same, we began capital expenditure last year to upgrade our existing facilities through infra expansion, both green and brownfield, acquisition of automated machinery and robots. This will increase productivity and enable us to meet increasing product demand. We began building a new plant at our current location and on a new plot close to our existing facility throughout the previous year. During the fiscal year 23-24, all of these facilities will be operational. We believe that R&D pipeline has the potential to sustain and increase our revenues and profits. Therefore, to keep up with the global and industry standard, your company is investing significantly in R&D with a strong focus on import substitution, efficiency, and technical advancements. Our employee-first strategy focuses on providing care and support to our employees while also managing all our stakeholders. We have continued to expand our CARAE offering to meet our workforce medical, mental health, and financial needs. In our organization, the contribution of every team member is acknowledged. We held a certificate distribution ceremony to recognize the outstanding performance of individuals in their respective work areas. We had a tree plantation drive on the theme of One Team, One Dream to improve bonding between employees and management. The management addressed the importance of the organizational safety on the occasion of National Safety Day. We also celebrated International Women's Day, by acknowledging the contribution of all women employees. Our company has relaunched its newsletter Samvad. The goal is to inform our stakeholders about culture of the continuous improvement, culture of commitment, and employee engagement activities. The newsletter offers information about our innovative HR, production, quality management, safety initiatives, 5 years, training, Kaizen, successes, and certification practices. We believe in a four-pronged growth approach that encompasses employees' well-being, innovation and automation, financial stability, and the lean implementation, and staff training and development. In today's changing world, regular upskilling is required, and improving staff capability is our top priority. Our recent lateral hire in important roles such as operations, finance, human resource, R&D, and projects will begin to yield returns in the coming years. Another important focus in financial year 2023-24 will be on innovation, which will encompass product creation, automation, digitization, and new market development, all while keeping operational expenses under control. This will help us to focus more on profit generation. Lean Six Sigma is the foundation of our strategy, while safety, integrity, quality remains vital zero tolerance values. Modison is dedicated to bettering the lives of communities in which it serves. It has made a small but a substantial contribution to society in the areas of healthcare and education. Organization provides medical aid to the least fortunate as well as fighting TB in India. The organization also believes in providing deserving youngsters with access to quality education and has established scholarship for deserving students. Road ahead, your company plans to enter new geographics for market diversification, product development, automation, digitization, and new market development will be a top priority in the coming year. Our emphasis on automation and digitization will help us produce product with accuracy and unsurpassed quality. With this, I want to take a moment to thank our stakeholders, which include our strong team of employees, bankers, regulators, our vendors and suppliers, customers, and shareholders for their unwavering faith in us and believing in us as we work towards creating long-term value. I now move for the acceptance of the director's report, auditor's report, and accounts. I'll be happy to provide any clarification that shareholders may require on this company's account. Thanking you. I would now invite Mr. Murli Nikam to make presentation to shareholders.
Good morning. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning. Thank you, sir, and welcome all shareholders. So this is the uh, annual presentations which I would like to carry on. Modison, in spite of all last year, a lot of challenges, we are continuing our performance. Our focus on environmental. Yeah. Yeah, our focus on environmental health and safety is continued for the last year also. And in case for the environment, we are actually monitoring continuously the solar energy. We have generated 22% more actually units last year. We are using that energy efficient tube lights so that the energy can be saved. in case of the health and health that we are able to we have continued our medical facilities, medical health checkup for the employees, and this tree plantation drive is still we have made we have planted many trees during last year, and we are continuing that drive. In case of the safety, actually we have done many safety training programs last year, and National Safety Day is celebrated in big way in all our plants. So there is a continuous awareness on the safety to all the employees. Yeah. Our expansion project, actually we have we started the greenfield project and brownfield project, particularly the brownfield project for the LV business, low voltage business, and greenfield project for the HV business. So we are expecting actually this project to be this the greenfield brownfield project to be completed by December end, and slowly we are moving into this new facility. This new facility will actually improve our productivity, and our vision is to make a world class facility for low voltage manufacturing, whereas the greenfield project is still on, and yeah, so still under construction phase. When we see the business performance for the last year, so when we look at our state of economy, see the global growth is estimated uh, yeah, so 2020 global economy is estimated to grow by 3.4% in 2022. The global manufacturing actually this is affected lockdowns, and this COVID, Ukraine and Russia war actually has impacted in global way. So global manufacturing, US growth actually declined due to the decrease in consumer confidence. Then again, the war between Russia and Ukraine has led to the economic sanctions of the multiple countries, which has actually impacted a lot. But in spite of that, India actually has done 6.8% growth compared to the last year. Outlook for the next year is global growth is expected to be 2.8% in 2023. The growth for the US economy is still, is not very healthy. It is to be it is to be at 1.6% in 2023. Global inflation is expected to gradually decline. Then the India growth, actually India has again an advantage that India growth dynamics remain strong, and economic growth momentum is likely to be boosted by the growth in services activity. So there is a continuous capital expenditure by the government of India, and we are expecting to be 6.3, 5.9% in 23 estimated, and 2024 it is expected to be 6.3%. Coming back to our own market, that although the global electrical equipment opportunities actually it is growing at 7.7%, but global electrical equipment has many equipments. So coming back to our own industry, this is the Indian electrical equipment industry. Actually, there is a expected CAGR around 9% from 2021 to 25. Indian power transmission and distribution there is the expectation of 3% CAGR between 2022 to 2027. Switchgear industry, where we are catering to this low voltage and high voltage, this CAGR growth is expected at 5% growth. When we were looking at actually the last year's performance, this sales, in spite of all challenges, we did not degrow much, though there is a flat growth on this sales revenue. Whereas because of the silver fluctuations, actually this profitability has been 11.2 crore, which is minus 23%. Cash to profit ratio is more than 100%, and cash flow is positive actually, which is around 50%, 57% positive, which is around 22.5 crore. On the operational moment, CSR, we have continued our expenses on the CSR. We are responsible for the society. So there we have spent around 49.9 lakhs for this CSR for various initiatives. The productivity for actually our product called the AGCDO, where we have got 10% productivity improvement last year. Data turnover is around 6.05%, and care rating is still continued as A rating for this company. Our strategy for the growth will continue. That we have three main factors: that value-driven growth, then execution. We believe in the execution, which is done by the operational excellence, and then we are continuing our strategy for the expansion and modernization of the factories. This value-driven, where we are focusing on the market to improve the market share. We are continuing our innovations, the R&D investment for the import substitutions. Then executions, we are continuing our automation and digitalizations. So, which actually are in connecting to the employees, the customers, and all stakeholders. Continuous, in order to remain the competitive in the market, we are doing cost-saving projects across the plant, across the value chain, and of course, quality initiatives, quality improvement is our focus. In expansion, which I have already told you that this brownfield and greenfield projects are on, and we are expected to get this. We are moving to the new facility slowly, gradually, and by December we will have the entire brownfield project in our hand. Yeah, so these are some snapshots where we have celebrated our environmental day. We are committed to the environment. We have started recently the yoga days for the health of the employees. We also have the International Silver Conference, where we had participated in the conference, and our presence was shown there. So there actually business opportunities for the silver business were discussed around 200 participants were there, and we had represented into the silver conference. Safety day was celebrated, where safety training was given to the people. Safety awareness is a continuous exercise in the plant. Employee engagement, actually through various initiatives, we are doing the employee engagement. Like we are appreciating people on the continuous basis for their performance, their success stories. Then the Women's Day was celebrated. Then the employees who are getting retired after long service in the company are actually felicitated. So employee engagement activities actually which ensure that retention of the employees for the company. The Kaizen initiatives for the operational excellence are still on. So we have taken around 150 numbers of Kaizens for the next year, and these Kaizens are actually helping us for the productivity improvement, quality improvement, design improvement, as well as the safety improvement. These are the two typical cases actually for the Kaizen, where small actually jigs were made, where productivity was improved, and around 30% energy saving was there in the first Kaizen. The second Kaizen actually there was a fixture which was made for identifying this OLED of the actually the component, and this has also helped to improve the productivity. The market development, our initiatives for 4P, actually we are using as a strategy, that promotion, then our product, then placement of the products and pricing. So with leveraging digital marketing, trade show where we are participating to improve the image of the company. We are continuously in touch with the customers, targeting promising export for the market, and we have a good collaboration with our agents across the globe. And then this pricing competitiveness, we are working on continuously working on our competitiveness to the operational excellence. So key highlights like last year Siemens Germany, actually we have got new part where contacts were new, 10 new contacts were added. Then Siemens Mexico, actually we have got a green channel supplier from them for the AIS. Hitachi and Vietnam, actually we have got a revival done with them. Then Toshiba India, actually we started supplying contacts for the JS breaker. NHBS samples for the 145 kV and 245 kV were approved. So our focus on the market development is continued. So if you look at the export market development, particularly for the Europe, we have visited around 32 customers, and many inquiries were generated. So particularly in Europe, we are expecting 12% business growth from the existing customers. So in America, the 25% actually volume growth we are expecting for the 23-24. China, this crown contacts business was revived, and we are expecting good growth in 23-24 around 25%. So the export market, there is a focus for the export market development. Yeah, aspiration for the future. As you see that we are continuing our commitment of becoming 1,000 crore by 2023. So yeah. So this year we will be closing it around 370 crore is the budget which we are talking about, and diversification front that we are still discussing with various partners across the globe. Yeah, for the electrical equipment, the equipment processes for this, contacts for the aerospace, contact for the defense. This is what our aspiration for the growth. And this refinery upgradation, that new product development is still on, capacity expansion projects are on, greenfield project uh, is on. So this is from my side. Thank you very much.
Today, in ordinary business, adoption of financial statement, to consider and adopt the audited financial statements, including the consolidated financial statement of the company for the financial year ended March 31st, 2023, and the reports of the board of directors and auditors thereon. Second, to declare final dividend of ₹1 per equity share, that is 100% for the financial year ended 31st March 2023. To appoint a director in place of Mr. Rajkumar Modi, DIN 00027449, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. In special business, ratification of the remuneration payable to Messrs. N. Ritesh and Associate, cost accountant, for the financial year ending March 31st, 2024. To approve the existing as well as the new material related party transaction. Appointment of Mr. Vijay Kumar Modi as director of the company. To approve the appointment of Mr. Vijay Kumar Modi, DIN 100042572 as whole-time director designated as Sales and Technical Executive Director of the company for the period of 3 consecutive years. Change in designation of Mr. Kumar Jai Modi, DIN number 000599396 from whole-time director to joint managing director. Now it is time for question answer session, and now request Murli Nikam to take the Q&A session. Who registered themselves as a speaker for this AGM. I request all the speaker shareholders to be brief, not to repeat the questions, queries already raised by the other speakers, and limit their speech for 3 minutes. Mr. Nirmal Kumar Dubey to call out the names of the shareholders one by one as per the order of the names written in the speakers list, and shareholders to speak. After all the shareholders have spoken, Mr. Murli Nikam to reply to the questions, queries raised by the shareholders.
Mr. Rajendra Seth, you have now been placed in the meeting. Please start your video and ask your question.
Yeah, hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, सर आवाज आ रही है ना सर?
आ रही है।
जी जी सर, मैं राजेंद्र सेठ थाना से बोल रहा हूँ। हमारे सीईओ ने एकदम अच्छी तरह मतलब प्रेजेंटेशन किया, बहुत अच्छा लगा। और मेरे को तो कंपनी के वर्तमान पोजीशन भी बहुत अच्छी है, फ्यूचर का ग्रोथ भी बहुत ही हमारा अच्छा रहेगा। और मैं खाली 2 ही क्वेश्चंस है खाली कि एक्सपोर्ट और बढ़ाने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे, और हमारी डिविडेंड पॉलिसी, बस 2 ही मेरा क्वेश्चन है। बाकी मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर मेरे को पूरा भरोसा है, सब रिजोल्यूशन में मैं पूरा सपोर्ट करता हूँ। और हमारा सेक्रेटरिएट टीम ने भी बहुत ही अच्छा सुंदर काम किया, बहुत ही नोटिस में पूरी विवरण किया है सर कंपनी के बारे में, तो मैं उसका भी आभार मानता हूँ। खाली एक ही छोटा सा श्लोक बोल के मैं मेरी स्पीच को विराम करूंगा सर, प्लीज सुनिए। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शांति रूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। फिर वापिस बोलता हूँ, मेरे को मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर पूरा भरोसा है, मैं सब रिजल्यूशन में पूरा सपोर्ट और हार्दिक शुभेच्छा देता हूँ। बोलने का मौका दिया, धन्यवाद सर। थैंक यू सर।
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
राजेंद्र जी, बड़ा अच्छा लगा आपका बात सुन के। ओके, तो आपका पहला क्वेश्चन था कि एक्सपोर्ट आप कैसे बढ़ाएंगे। एक्चुअली एक्सपोर्ट का हम 2 तरीके से बढ़ाना चाहते हैं। एक तो हम लोग जियोग्राफिकली वी वांटेड टू एक्सपांड, एंड वी आर आइडेंटिफाइंग द न्यू कस्टमर्स अक्रॉस द ग्लोब। We are also developing a new product. So these are the 3 points actually we are expecting that the growth for the export will happen. And regarding about dividend, as per the board will decide about the dividend.
Declare.
Yeah, Mr. Saket Kapoor has not yet joined the meeting. We move to next speaker.
Next speaker.
Mr. Bimal. हाँ, yes, Bimal का जाने।
Hello. Can we go to next?
We are trying to make panelist Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal, but there is some problem.
Second,
Make panelist.
अगर आगे क्यों नहीं लो ना?
Okay, there is some problem. We move to next speaker, Mr. Yogesh. We will take Bimal Kumar later on.
आगे
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Yogesh, you are audible. Kindly start your video and ask the question.
Sure, sir. Good afternoon to all the board of directors, my fellow shareholders, Modi family, sir. And sir, in our opening remarks, you have mentioned about how we are going to move ahead. Also, there is also Mr. Who has given our Muralidharanji the presentation about the low value and high value, how the greenfield project and brownfield project which is going to work. Excellent work, sir. Sir, as far as our accounts are concerned, I have certain queries. Sir, although we are a dividend paying company, everything is going on, sir, but our EPS is going down. So what could be the reason? Is it that we are facing competitions like from switch gears, we have other international companies which are trying to take up our market share. So what are we trying to do to come ahead of that competition, sir? That is my first question. And as far as other questions are concerned, sir, I would like to say that yes, first one is how is our silver business, which is mining business, which is there. So what is the performance and how are we uh, on that mode, or how are we taking that? Because silver prices were shorted up last 3 to 4 years. So it has really gone up. So how have we fared in that section? Although there are other questions I want to ask, sir, but certainly I would like to have a one-to-one conversation whenever Modi Sirji, you will give me time. I will be there in your office and have a conversation because there are other questions also, sir, which I want to ask. And sir, I like to thank our company secretary, Manika Arora ji, for sending me the annual report as well as the link of this meeting and the email notice which she had sent on my email. Thanks from my side, and nothing else from right now to be asked, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Yogesh ji. Actually, you had asked question regarding what competitiveness, how we are going to improve the competitiveness. Actually, on the operational excellence side, we are trying to do the digitalization, then automations, and through that we are trying to improve the productivity. So, operational excellence initiatives which will improve our actually competitiveness. Second thing, actually regarding about LV business, which you had asked, that actually we are not doing mining, but we make the silver-based actually multiple products. There on silver side, actually the fluctuations we are trying to do the hedging. Hedging through the hedging, we are will able to control the actually the improve the profitability. Thank you.
next,
And we are trying to make panelist Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal.
Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal, please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Bimal Kumar is Bimal Kumar. No. Okay, there must be some technical problem. We move to last Mr. Next speaker, Mr. Dinesh Bhatia, but he is not in the meeting. Again, Reed Jain, he is also not attending the meeting. Greet Shah, he is also not in the meeting. Our last speaker is Rajni Beria. Miss Rajni Beria, now you are placed in the meeting. Please start your video and ask your questions.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
This is Harsh Beria, the son of Rajni Beria. I have also sent a list of questions. I'll just read them out. So, can you provide a sales breakup between our HV and LV contact segments? I think in FY22 we did about 250 crores from LV and 80 to 90 crores from HV. What were these numbers in FY23? The next question is, what was the volume growth in both these segments in FY23? My next question is on the competitive landscape. Recently, companies like Shivalik Biometals have also entered the contact segment. So, how do we see the competitive landscape changing? Uh, I remember last year, some of our contact samples were under approval for Polycab. Have we already started commercial supplies to them? Uh, about our expansion plans, how much capacities are we adding in our LV and HV segments with our brownfield and greenfield expansions? Earlier, we used to say that we were trying to move into supplying entire assemblies to our large customers, which could potentially improve our margins. How is that initiative going? Uh, in the last 2 years, our margins have been adversely impacted due to sharp movement in silver prices. What are we doing to address it? And my last question is on our silver salts business. I think we had started small supplies of silver salts to pharma and life sciences companies. How is that business initiative doing? And what is our R&D initiatives in nickel and other alloys?
Yeah. Thank you, Rajni ji, for your question. Actually, the HV and LV business segments that in last year we for HV for LV we have done 249 crore, whereas for HV 86 crore we did. Yeah. So next question. So volume growth actually, this next question was volume growth. So HV actually volume growth is difficult to measure, but yes, for a low voltage, actually our volume growth is around 1.5% growth. So third question was regarding about Shivalik bimetal landscape and discuss the question. So actually Shivalik bimetal, actually they are into the thermo bimetal. Which they we are not working on thermobimetals, but of course they also have some rebates manufacturing. So they are mainly into the thermobimetals. So the regarding what Polycap, actually our samples are still, we are still discussing with them. Still they are under the testing. Regarding about greenfield and brownfield, I have already replied to you about the about this project. Actually, we are for LV this for the brownfield we have already started and actually shifted our melting facility to the new facility, and now the greenfield project is still under the construction phase. Regarding about nickel alloys, we are still finding out the partner for us. We are working globally to find the partner. Then regarding about your silver salt, this business is gradually growing, and there is a lot of competition, rock competition in this particular business. And of course, this margin improvements, I have already mentioned that we are doing a lot of initiatives for the operational excellence, like productivity improvement, uh, uh, like digitalization, and then automations. Yeah. So these are the initiatives which are for the margin improvement exercises. Thank you. Thank you.
One last suggestion would be, is it possible to organize a conference call for investors in general so that we can also ask more questions and learn more about companies' expansion plans?
Yeah, you can send email and then
Why not?
Sir, request.
हाँ,
हाँ तो वो एक मीट कंडक्ट करवाएंगे.
हाँ, sir.
possible. Yes, possible.
We can surely do that.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Mr. Saket Kapoor has joined the meeting.
Good, good.
Mr. Saket Kapoor, you are placed in the meeting. Please
Namaskar,
start your video and ask your questions.
जी सर नमस्कार.
Namaskar.
Namaste.
Yes sir, Mr. Beria has asked all the questions there which I was also pertaining to, but what I do also feel is that to investors to understand the business model and to get more sense of the current workings, the way forward, we need frequent interaction at frequent intervals rather, on a quarterly basis. I think so. Press release and presentation have become a part. Also, in the month of March, I did pay a visit also to your place, but somehow at that time, due to the transition period of the new CEO, I could not meet him. But the company secretary, madam, was very kind to inform me that it was not feasible at that time. So I think so. Conference call should be a part so that we can have an understanding. Because what a small point is, how confident are we that these margins are sustainable and we can grow further on the same? Because over previously we have seen the mark to mark taking away the profits going ahead. प्रीवियसली ऐसा देखा गया है सर. तो हमें ये नहीं समझ में भी आता है कि ये जो नंबर्स आपने पोस्ट किए हैं, ये नंबर की सस्टेनेबिलिटी कितनी है और आप क्या फैक्टर्स ऐसे हैं जिससे अब आप ये बोल सकते हैं कि ये नंबर सस्टेनेबल रहेंगे एंड टॉप ऑफ दिस वी कैन ग्रो ऑल्सो. तो इस एस्पेक्ट पर सर तभी होगा जब आप इन्वेस्टर्स से एक रेगुलर इंटरेक्शन में रहेंगे, राइट सेट ऑफ इन्वेस्टर्स आपसे बातचीत करेंगे, अपने व्यूज रखेंगे. तो सिर्फ ऐसे भी एजीएम के फोरम में सर 2-3 प्रश्न डालने से इन्वेस्टमेंट का रैशनल नहीं क्रिएट होता है. उसके लिए एक ब्रिज होता है जो आपको गैप को ब्रिज करना पड़ेगा इन्वेस्टर कम्युनिटी के संग में, जो सर अभी मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि शायद हमें बहुत काम करना है उसके ऊपर. तो दीज आर माय फीडबैक एंड पोस्ट Q1 रिजल्ट सर अगर संभव हो तो आप एक कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल जरूर करें और उसमें जितने भी इच्छुक इन्वेस्टर्स होंगे वो अपने अपने वक्तव्य रख सकेंगे. बस सर और कोई पॉइंट नहीं था. एंड थैंक यू कि मुझे दोबारा चांस मिला. अर्लियर देयर वाज अ टेक्निकल ग्लिच. Thank you, madam, for sending that link again today morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Sakit ji. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr. Murli,
Our next
have a meeting. Why not?
Dinesh Bhatia, he has also joined. Dinesh.
Yes, sir. Actually, we will inform. We'll talk to Mr. Sakit ji, and we'll have we'll accept the suggestion to have the interaction.
Mr. Kirti Shah, you have been placed in the meeting. Please start your video and ask your questions.
हेलो, गुड आफ्टरनून.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
चेयरमैन सर, आपने तो बहुत ही बढ़िया किया हुआ है. हेलो
हेलो कीर्ति शाह जी.
क्वार्टर में बहुत बढ़िया वर्किंग दिया हुआ है. मार्च क्वार्टर में बहुत बढ़िया वर्किंग दिया हुआ है आपने. उसकी वजह क्या है कि मार्च क्वार्टर दिसंबर क्वार्टर से इतना बढ़िया है. दिसंबर क्वार्टर में आपका -2% नेट प्रॉफिट मार्जिन था. ये बढ़ के मार्च क्वार्टर में 7% है. तो करंट क्वार्टर जून क्वार्टर कैसा है, फुल ईयर कैसा जाएगा? और आप ये फॉरेन पार्टनर का जो ढूंढ रहे हैं वो आप इक्विटी के साथ ढूंढ रहे हैं कि कैसे ढूंढ रहे हैं, वो थोड़ा हाईलाइट करेंगे. और चेयरमैन सर मैंने एक आपको ईमेल किया है, ईमेल का रिप्लाई आपकी तरफ से कोई इतना पूरा आता नहीं है, पूरी डिटेल रिप्लाई नहीं आ रहा है, तो उसके लिए जरा सोचिए, कॉर्पोरेट नॉर्म्स फॉलो कीजिए। विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Yeah, KTJ, thank you actually for mentioning that Q4 was better than Q3. Actually, the up to Q3, actually we had a silver fluctuation in very strong way. But after actually January, February, March, these silver prices were actually started going up, and that is the reason actually you are able to see good performance for Q4. Yeah. Yeah, and regarding Q1, they actually we will disclose after the board meeting is over. Q1 performance. Thank you.
Mr. Dinesh Bhatia. Mr. Dinesh Bhatia, you have been placed in the meeting. Please start your video and ask your questions. Dinesh ji, I think there is some problem.
Anybody else?
Okay. Now there is no speaker.
Okay, Murli ji, thank you very much for answering the questions raised by the speakers, and it was very well conducted and clarified. Continuing on the order of AGM, let me talk about e-voting. As per the provisions of the Company Act 2013 and the rules made thereunder, company is required to provide remote e-voting facility to its shareholders, which was provided from Friday 21st July 2023 from 9 a.m. to Monday 24th July 2023 till 5 p.m. For the benefit of the shareholders who have participated in this meeting and have not cast their votes through remote e-voting, we have provided the facility for electronic voting, and the shareholders of the company can exercise their votes during the course of the meeting. All the resolutions proposed to be passed at this 40th annual general meeting would be passed by the means of e-voting. Appointment of scrutinizer. Messrs. Ragini Choksi and Company, practicing company secretaries, has given his consent to act as a scrutinizer to scrutinize the remote e-voting and e-voting process, and they have been appointed as a scrutinizer for this meeting. Now I request Ms. Monica Arora to explain the procedure for e-voting to enable you to cast. Monica.
The company has availed the services of NSDL to provide the electronic voting facility to enable you to cast your vote at this meeting. Please note that the facility to vote at this meeting is only for those shareholders who have not cast their vote. Shareholders are requested to go to the voting page of the NSDL e-voting website and cast their votes and simultaneously watch the AGM. Shareholders may kindly note that since the AGM is held through video conferencing and the resolution mentioned in the 40th AGM notice have already been put to vote through remote e-voting and e-voting, there will be no proposing and scanning the resolutions. You may cast your vote now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Monica. May I now request the shareholders to who have not yet cast their votes on the resolution to please do so immediately. As far as the results of the e-voting are concerned, the results of the voting on all the resolutions will be declared within 2 working days after the conclusion of this meeting, and the said results along with the consolidated reports of the remote e-voting and e-voting at AGM provided by the scrutinizer will be posted on the website of the company www.modison.com and also on the website of NSDL www.evoting.nsdl.com. A copy of the result of the voting will be submitted to BSE and NSE Limited, where the company shares are listed. Closure of the meeting, now declare that the e-voting period to be kept open for 15 minutes to facilitate voting by the shareholders of the company who have not casted their votes on the resolution, and thereafter meeting will conclude.
Thank you everyone for your attendance and participation at this AGM, and I request you to please take care and stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you.
Tech support, please stop the recording.